Coming to you live from Seoul, I'm Shin Se-min. Before we get started, these are the headlines topping the hour. The number of confirmed coronavirus cases in South Korea tops 4,300, with the death toll currently standing at 28. The World Health Organization says its greatest concerns in regards to COVID-19 are South Korea, Italy, Iran, and Japan. The World Trade Organization flashes a warning about the state of the global economy. It downgrades its growth forecast for 2020 to 2%, saying the coronavirus may have a substantial impact on world trade. South Korea's gross national income posted slower on-year growth in 2019. In fact, it was the slowest growth in more than 20 years. GDP growth for last year was unchanged from 2018 at 2%. We start this morning with the latest on the coronavirus outbreak gripping South Korea. The number of COVID-19 deaths in the nation continues to mount, along with the number of confirmed patients. For more, we connect live to our Kim Bo-kyung standing by on the line for us. So, Bo-kyung, has there been any official updates so far?
Not just yet, Se-min. So far, 2 more patients are known to have died overnight due to the coronavirus, bringing the total death toll in South Korea to 28. As of 11 p.m. Korea time on Monday, 2 more patients died, bringing the number of people who died in a single day in Daegu alone to 6. The most recent deaths were women in their late 70s who tested positive after they died. They're known to have had pre-existing illnesses. Meanwhile, the number of confirmed patients in South Korea stands at 4,335, according to Central Disease Control Headquarters on Monday afternoon. This is a jump of nearly 600 cases compared to Sunday and an extra 123 compared to Monday morning. According to health authorities, to make sure all confirmed patients get the necessary treatment, the government is to hospitalize those with serious symptoms first and put them into hermetically sealed medical centers. Those with mild symptoms will be taken care of in separate designated living facilities. As most of the patients are in Daegu right now, the National Education Training Institute located in Daegu was the first such facility to be used from Monday.
And Bo-kyung, as this severe situation rumbles on here in the nation, the United States is acting fast. The Trump administration's COVID-19 task force has provided the American people with some new information and also mentioned South Korea.
Yes, U.S. Vice President Mike Pence, who is overseeing the U.S. response, said on Monday that the U.S. will screen passengers who are taking a direct flight to the U.S. from South Korea and Italy. During the press briefing at the White House, Pence added the measure will be implemented within the next 12 hours on all direct flights to the U.S. at all South Korean and Italian airports. Along with that, according to a source in the U.S. government, the U.S. Department of Defense has reportedly dispatched a 60-member medical team to South Korea to test U.S. forces in Korea for the virus. They are also known to be using samples of the virus to work on a vaccine.
And I want to shift our focus to other countries. As the confirmed cases coming out from the country, the increasing number of countries are also restricting entry from people traveling from South Korea.
That's right, Se-min. According to South Korea's foreign ministry, as of 9 a.m. local time on Tuesday, 87 countries or regions within countries have either banned people coming in from South Korea or enhanced their entry procedures in light of the severity of the coronavirus outbreak here. 36 countries have imposed a blanket entry ban, with Turkey joining the group on Sunday. Including several of China's provinces, 51 countries and regions have strengthened their entrance screening procedures. Venezuela has joined that list and will make passengers from South Korea get their temperatures checked and continuously monitor them by phone. Romania is quarantining passengers from South Korea's Daegu City and Cheongdo County for 14 days. Several African countries, such as Liberia, too, have strengthened their entry procedures. That's all from me for now. Back to you.
All right, Kim Bo-kyung with those latest on coronavirus. The South Korean government has lodged an official complaint to countries that have banned entry of flights and travelers from South Korea. Transport Minister Kim Hyun-mi reportedly sent a letter of complaint to Vietnam for redirecting Asiana Airlines flight to land at a remote airstrip last Saturday, and therefore the plane was forced to return to South Korea. The minister reportedly sent a letter to U.S. authorities as well to ensure flights leaving South Korea for U.S. destinations are not restricted from landing or entry. She assured them that all U.S.-bound passengers undergo strict examinations on board and at the airport to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. The World Health Organization says its greatest concerns in regards to COVID-19 are South Korea, Italy, Iran, and Japan. But it remains optimistic that it's still possible to contain the virus. Now, the remarks on Monday come as nearly 9 times as many COVID-19 cases were reported outside of China as inside. Lee Seung-jae reports.
According to the Director General of the WHO, the COVID-19 outbreaks in South Korea, Italy, Iran, and Japan are currently the UN Health Agency's greatest concern.
Outside China, a total of 8,739 cases of COVID-19 have been reported to WHO from 61 countries, with 127 deaths. In the last 24 hours, there were almost 9 times more cases reported outside China than inside China. The epidemics in the Republic of Korea, Italy, Iran, and Japan are our greatest concern.
Despite the alarming numbers, the WHO chief said he remained optimistic that the countries most seriously affected can still contain the virus. He also reiterated the importance of containment, noting that from the 62 nations that have reported cases of the virus, 38 have 10 or less cases. Currently, the 4 countries of greatest concern for the WHO make up 81% of the cases reported outside of China. Meanwhile, the European Center for Disease Prevention Control on Monday raised its virus alert level to moderate to high, up from its previous low to moderate. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen said the virus continues to spread through Europe. Since the major outbreak in northern Italy, European health authorities have made assessments on a daily basis for more than a week, as more than 20 European countries have reported COVID-19 cases so far. Lee Seung-jae, Arirang News.
The pace of new COVID-19 infections continues to surge in Italy. The death toll there rose by 18 to 52 as of Monday local time, the highest in Europe. According to Italian health authorities, the number of confirmed cases in that country has now exceeded 2,000, and so far around 150 have recovered. In Germany, the number of patients have also risen sharply there to 150 infections as of Monday morning local time. And the cases were reported in 10 of Germany's 16 federal states. Local health authorities there explain that the majority of the patients are linked to a large-scale carnival event held last week. Over in the U.S., the coronavirus has killed 4 more people in the state of Washington, bringing the region's death toll to 6. International organizations are warning countries of the global economic impact of the COVID-19 outbreak. Now, this comes as the OECD slashed its 2020 growth outlook for South Korea this year to just 2% as Asia's 4th largest economy struggles to combat the spread of the virus. Our Kim Hyo-sun with more.
The head of the World Trade Organization says the COVID-19 outbreak may have a, quote, substantial impact on the global economy. Addressing the heads of delegations in Geneva on Monday, Roberto Azevedo explained the issues will begin to show in trade data released in the weeks to come. However, he added the WTO ministerial meeting scheduled to be held in Kazakhstan in June will proceed as planned, stressing that a successful outcome will be crucial to enhance the credibility of the international organization. The International Monetary Fund and the World Bank said in a joint statement on Monday that they stand ready to help member countries address the human and economic challenges posed by the outbreak. They said they will focus on poor countries that have weak public health systems. The European Central Bank also became the latest central bank to hint at monetary policy action in order to mitigate the potential economic fallout caused by the outbreak. The vice president of ECB said Monday that the bank will be closely monitoring all incoming data, warning of an impact on euro area exports as well as a disruption to global supply chains. Meanwhile, the OECD has slashed its growth outlook for South Korea this year to 2% amid the rapid spread of the coronavirus in the nation. This is down from its previous forecast of 2.3% in November. The OECD, however, forecasts that the country would experience 2.3% growth in 2021, unchanged from its previous estimate. The OECD also stated that South Korea could face a relatively larger impact from the outbreak as it's closely interconnected to China, with the world's second largest economy accounting for a quarter of all Seoul's exports. The OECD said governments must act immediately to protect their people and businesses from the spread of the coronavirus. Kim Hyo-sun, Arirang News.
Shifting focus, South Korea's gross national income last year posted its slowest growth since 1998. The nation's central bank said Tuesday that per capita income was a little over $32,000, down 4.1% from the year before. The Bank of Korea blamed the drop largely on the strengthening U.S. dollar in 2019, which was up nearly 6% on year. However, the country's annual on-year GDP growth in 2019 remained unchanged at 2%. The BOK has downgraded its growth outlook for 2020 to 2.1% in light of the novel coronavirus outbreak. Consumer price growth in South Korea remained in the 1% range for the second straight month in February. Statistics Korea said Tuesday that South Korea's consumer prices rose 1.1% on-year last month, slowing down from the 1.5% on-year growth posted in January this year. The agency said the coronavirus outbreak limited price growth in the service sector to just 0.4%, the lowest increase since December 1999. Prices of agricultural and fisheries products edged up a little, while gas, electricity, and water prices rose 1.6%, and industrial goods prices jumped over 2% on year. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un inspected a long-range artillery unit's firing drill on Monday. Reporting on how Kim guided the drills, the North's state-run media added that he expressed great satisfaction over the drill involving its rocket launcher. On Monday, South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff confirmed Pyongyang fired what appear to be two short-range ballistic missiles into the East Sea at 12:37 p.m. Korea time. Now, these were the first such launches since the regime warned of a new strategic weapon earlier this year. The South Korean military said the maximum flight altitude was some 35 kilometers and the projectiles flew some 240 kilometers. The U.S. Treasury Department has sanctioned two Chinese nationals linked to a North Korean cyber group. According to the department on Monday, Tian Yin and Lee Jiadong are accused of taking some $91 million in funds, which were stolen by Lazarus Group during a cryptocurrency exchange hack in April of 2018. Lazarus Group is already under U.S. sanctions for carrying out cyber attacks on behalf of North Korea. The department also added that both men also stole $9.5 million from another exchange. The Treasury delisted two Russian entities, the Independent Petroleum Company and one of its subsidiaries, which were previously sanctioned for shipping more than $1 million worth of petroleum products to the north. K-pop megastars BTS have reached number 4 on Billboard's Hot 100 singles chart this week with their new single, On. According to Billboard on Monday, the group scored its third Hot 100 top 10 and the highest charting song ever for a South Korean K-pop group. Their previous highest ranking was number 8, achieved with Boy With Love last April. Along with the lead track, two more singles from the group's album, Map of the Soul 7, were in the charts as the title, My Time and Filter, took the 84th and the 87th spots respectively. BTS bested their own records and are now in the first South Korean artist to have 3 songs in the Hot 100 at the same time.
Good morning. After a cold start to the day, temperatures will rise fast, leading to wide temperature differences of nearly 10 degrees Celsius in most parts of the country. So let's all dress accordingly before we head out today. And daily highs will be 2 to 4 degrees higher today in most regions, while polluted air in central and western regions should improve by the afternoon. And skies will get cloudier as the day goes on today. Then we will see dark clouds moving into the central and 전라북도 provinces from dawn tomorrow. And there will be a big drop in morning temperatures at the end of the work week. Now, before I go, many prefer to stay indoors due to the fears about the COVID-19 outbreak. Well, here are some tips to stay healthy indoors. Well, most importantly, don't forget to ventilate your home every day for at least 10 minutes between 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's Korea for you, and here's the international weather for viewers around the world.
And that does it for us at this hour on Arirang News. More news lineup coming up at noon Korea time. Thanks for watching and goodbye.